Making a snake book is a little bit different than making any other book because you want to start out with a piece of paper and then decorate that paper first before you do any folding or cutting. You can decorate both sides of the paper and it'll make a really interesting book. This book is called the Snake Book. There's actually 3 ways to make the snake book, and I'll be showing you all 3 of those ways in this video. To make a snake book, all you need is a piece of paper and some scissors. The first example I'm going to show you how to make is called a spiral snake book. The very first step is to fold. So I need to fold my paper hamburger style. Have your paper portrait ways and fold horizontally by taking the far end and bringing it to you and matching up those 2 corners. And then holding down with one hand, take one finger and the other hand, slide down the middle and crease and crease. Open that up. And now we need to add 2 folds by bringing each end to the center. So I'm going to do this one first. I'm going to match these 2 corners with this middle crease. Hold with one hand, take one finger and slide down the middle. Crease and crease. I'm going to do that to my other side too. I'm going to take this end and match these corners up with this middle crease. Hold down with one hand and then with the other hand take one finger and slide down the middle, crease and crease. So now I have 4 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4, made with the creases. Now I need to fold it again like we did this way, but I need to fold it this way now. So if you have your paper landscape, bring the far end to you and match up the 2 corners. With one hand, hold down, and with the other hand, take one finger and slide down the middle, crease and crease. Same way we did the first time, we need to bring both of the corners into the middle. Do that again on the other side. Okay, we should have 16 sections now made with our creases. This next step is where our scissors come in. We are going to cut starting from the far right first little crease. We're going to cut all the way in until we get to this crease. So we're going to cut 1, 2, 3 sections in. Then we're going to cut 1, 2 sections down, and then we'll cut 1, 2 sections over, and then we'll cut 1 up and 1 over. I am going to use a marker to mark where to cut, but you do not have to do this part. So this red marker is where we're going to cut out, and we're going to cut along the creases that we folded. And now, when we fold it all up, we're going to accordion fold every other. So if I fold in this way, then it needs to be folded down this way. You might have to recrease some of the folds. And then this one goes in this way. And then this one goes opposite. So that one goes out. This one goes in. This next one goes out. This one goes in, the next one goes out. So your little tiny book gets folded up like this, and then it can all open up back into the page. The next book I'm going to show you how to make is called a zigzag snake book. To make a zigzag snake book, you need to fold the paper into 16 sections. If you need to see how to do this, go back and watch steps 1 through 3 from the spiral snake book part of this video. This one is called the zigzag snake book. So we've got our same 16 sections, but the cuts are going to be a little different than the spiral snake book. This time we're going to cut 1, 2, 3 sections in. And then on this side, 1, 2, 3 sections in. Leave this one and leave this one. And then we'll cut that again. 3 sections in, but leave this one. Just like with my spiral snake book, I'm going to cut right down the creases. Alright, so I've got my zigzag book. Now I fold it the same way. It's an accordion fold. You fold every other. So if this one goes in, this one goes out. Remember, you might have to recrease some, and that is okay. And this one goes in, and this one goes out. And this one goes in, this one's out. All right, and you've got your book all folded. The final snake book is called a W snake book, and it is a lot like the zigzag snake book. To make the W snake book, you first have to fold the paper into 16 sections. If you need to see how to do this, go back and watch steps 1 through 3 from the spiral snake book section of this video. Alright, again we have our 16 sections for this one. It's going to be just like the zigzag book, but for this one, for our W book, we're going to cut long ways. Way you folded up every single one, it's gonna go every other. So inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, all right, this is your last snake book. This one's a lot like the zigzag book, but instead of going horizontally, you're cutting vertically.